Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you're going okay today. Now today I'm going to make you a video on Steam VR. So many people have made videos on the Steam VR Home, so I thought, well, I'll join in and make one myself. So Steam VR, what is Steam VR? Well, Steam VR is really the opposite to the Oculus Rift, except for the Steam VR you have your base stations, whereas the Oculus Rift you don't have base stations, you just have controllers. But with the Steam VR you get your controllers and your base stations. Now, with the space stations, it may ask you, well, it will do actually, it will ask you for a firmware update. Whatever you do, be so careful putting in a firmware update, because I tell you, it can leave your base stations in a mess. I'm not sure why they haven't sorted that out. That's the only thing I don't like about the Steam VR, is the firmware update on the base stations. I'm not sure why they've done this like this. Haven't a clue. Maybe they haven't got the technology to sort it out. Otherwise, I'm not sure. But whatever you do, I wouldn't advise putting in a firmware update, because it can leave your base stations in a mess, and it can actually harm your base stations. I put one in, a firmware update, and I'll tell you, yep, I had a flushing once I finished and took out the power and everything for the update and put the power back in again. Yep, I had a flashing red light, and I tell you, I thought I actually damaged my base station, and I tell you, it's a job to get back. You have to go into your PC, you have to calibrate with a rescue, you have to delete a file, and so on. I tell you, I thought I actually lost my base station, but I managed luckily to get it back. But whatever you do, be so careful putting in the firmware update on the base stations. They tell you, you could leave your base stations in a mess. But with the controllers, yeah, you can use a firmware update on your controllers. That's not so bad, that's easy. But I'm just saying, it's your base stations. What I would do is just leave them as they are. I wouldn't put in a firmware update. I would just leave them as they are. And I tell you, they work just as fine. And I'll tell you actually what happened was, once I finished putting in the caliber rescue to make sure to try and get my base station back, it actually knocked out the firmware. So maybe it didn't like it, I don't know, but I would be very careful putting in the firmware on the base stations. Right, that's that out of the way. So there you go. That's the only thing I don't like about the Steam VR. The rest I do like, though. I think the Vive, the HTC Vive, is a wonderful headset. It's comfortable. It's a little bit heavier than the actual Oculus Rift, but with the HTC Vive headset, you don't feel it. I don't feel it so tight on my head, whereas I feel with the Oculus Rift it's really tight on my head. But with the actual Vive, it's not so tight on my head. So right, here we go. This is it, the Steam VR Home. Oh, let me put my headset on. Oh, let's see this. Oh, not bad. What we got here? Oh, Steam VR. We've got environments, we've got things, we've got avatars, we've got quests. Now let's have a look at the board for you. What we got here? Got top Steam VR apps, environments, and screenshots. Now a lot of people use Steam VR or VR for playing games, but if you're not into gaming, you can still have other things on VR. You've got environments, like I said, and you've got your screenshots. There's so much more that you can do on your VR than just playing games. You can do so much. Right, let's have a look. Let's go to environments. So look at this one for you. There you go. So you've got all your environments up there, and let's go to this one. What's this? Oh, the flat. Oh, let's have a look at this one for you. Let's go visit the flat. the best thing is when you've actually downloaded anything from your environments, whatever you want to do is you want to visit on your own. You don't want to host as a room, because I'll tell you it might be difficult to actually get out of the actual VR. So here we are, visit on my own. Let's have a look round. Oh, here we are. Nice flat. Oh, got your. Oh, dear. Oh, so you got your tables. Oh, dear, what's happening to my Steam VR? Let's have a look here. Yeah, should be alright. Yeah. Oh, there, got it back. You got your chairs. You've got your table there. You got your sofa. There you go, and it's got tracking on here. So when you actually move, you can actually. Oh, let's try and see yourself. You can actually see more of the kitchen as I go further with my headset, because it's actually got tracking. You can actually, as though you can actually go into the next room. That is so cool. Right, now how do I get out of this? That's the question. And go back to my normal home. What you do, you want to hit your back button, the lower button on your actual controller. You press go home there. That will actually get you out of the VR environment, and now you can actually eventually go back to the Steam VR home like I have done there. So there you go. And that is the easy way out. That's what I'm saying. It is a little difficult to get out of the environments, but as long as you just press the button there and just go home, and there you have it. Right, there you are. You got all different. You got environments on here. You got settings. I'll tell you what I'll show you. Let's go show you settings on here. Let's go into that for you. Steam VR advanced settings. Now, application super sampling. You really want this on 1.0. Yeah, this brings in the text a little bit clearer for you. Take that off of there. Now, really, another thing I want to say is that if you like wearing glasses, yeah, this is actually for wearing glasses. Yeah, so if you don't, you know, wear glasses, yeah, well, you don't have to worry about wearing glasses. But what I'm saying is that you can actually get an upgrade to this headset. It's the Vive Pro, where you not actually have to wear glasses. But say if you wear glasses, this comes through just as great as over the Vive Pro. You know, the text will come in clear just as with the Vive Pro. Say, if you didn't wear your glasses. So yeah, I think the HTC Vive is a wonderful headset. Yeah. Yeah, let's just look out the room there. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. There's a little thing on the home. If you want to, you just switch that off. There you go. Steam VR Home. There you go. Thank you. Thanks for watching.